Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. It's Tuesday, August 18th, 2026. So we have a couple things to refine each daily candle. All the six 65-minute candles, they all give us information each and every day as time goes by. So that's why it's important to do these videos so often when you have this new information. Plus, we have a technical breakdown. And so nothing new for me on the fundamental side of things. I think this is mostly technical. We did have the end of the ceasefire, but nothing has really escalated. Now, I do believe we're starting our first impulse wave to the downside. So I'll show you that on the 65, and then we'll do the usual SPX and VIX, SPY on the 65 and the VIX. And we'll, in the public video there, we'll give you a little pathway of where I think things are going. And then as we continue on with the membership video, I have three setups here. We're looking at Lulu, Nike, and Hood for some bullish setups. And then we'll go through the usual suspects, these indices here: gold, cannabis, maybe mags again, and oil and Bitcoin. All right, so we'll go through all of those. Some of them will spend more time than others because not much has changed. Okay, so let's, if you want to get those extended videos, consider becoming a YouTube member. It's $10 a month. You can go to Patreon if you like, if you're already involved with that, and it's $90 for the year if you want to save a few dollars. Okay. So let's jump into it, you guys. We have SPX on the daily time frame. We left off in our public video with the channel paying attention to, and also this wedge. Okay, didn't quite get up to the wedge top. If you were on log or linear settings, then you would have seen we were already there at that top. All right. There's also a good line that you could draw. If I'll just borrow this one real quick. If you draw it from this point to this high, then you had the peak here with the fake break that brought us to the channel. We were actually rejecting off of that high right there. So at this point, I do think the peak is in. We've had that divergence. I don't believe we'll go any higher at this point. At least in the near term. So just looking from this point of view, we have this box here, that former range. I do think we're going to go down and test that range, and we'll look at that a lot better on the 65-minute. And eventually, I think we make our way to the megaphone top in confluence if we pull up the moving averages with the 200 moving average. And so what I think is happening, because of the structure on the 65, we'll need more information, but this is getting very methodical in this move. And I think we might have a real, again, methodical move to the downside where it's an impulse. And then, then we'll get our significant bounce and we either break or go higher. Of course, I'm on the side of the breakdown going into midterms, but we'll have to clearly pay attention to that in the future. Whatever price action gives us. Okay, so we'll look at some of these indicators, but as we go lower, we had our sell signal here. We had negative divergence. These are going to play out. Okay, so we're already on that negative path. We don't have the crossover on the MACD, so that's why this bounce or this move is not real extreme at this point. Again, I do think we'll get a bounce coming up here, but not till that 20 moving average there. So if you pull up the moving averages, the 20 happens to be right around this former range that we broke out of. So at that point, it'll just be a back test. And, most traders, and we'll consider this too, but most traders will say, okay, well, that's a back test of the breakout and we go higher. All right. Definitely a possibility. Not really in that camp. We're going to follow. We've already broke down from the 8 EMA, so momentum has turned, but the trend is technically still up. So I do think we're going to test the trend, get a reaction off of there, and then we'll see how the moving averages hold up at that point. All right. So, again, if you simply just look at moving averages, our momentum is now turning. The trend is still up, so we should form some sort of equilibrium in here at some point. All right, so we have these indicators, we have sell signals, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's go to VIX. And I know, guys, I'm not, your traditional YouTube guy that talks a certain way and all this. So I'm just a normal guy that loves to trade and sharing that with you. So what we might see here, again, the 23rd is the cycle low. I'm thinking we'll get a higher low at this point. So we have not tested the 20. We have not tested the 50. I think we might get up to that point, and then we'll look for a higher low into that region. It's starting to, we have the breakout, and that would be considered a back test there. And so we have this scenario playing out now. We can see we have the breakout we have the candle here, and we might have a pause, but then I think we continue to go higher, all right, even if it's just gaps overnight. The next level above the 50, if we spike through, is about 17. And then I think we'll get our pullback. Okay, let's go to SPY. SPY on the 65-minute. Again, I use these 65-minute candles. So we have 6 even candles throughout the trading day. Okay, so these are your former highs here. I think that's the zone we'll be looking for. And it makes sense with the 200 moving average coming up here. And so what I'm talking about with market structure, I do believe this is complete. We have a 1, 2, 3, and in my opinion, this is a triangle now, 4, and that last big candle right there going into resistance from the peak here, peak to peak to peak, was wave 5. All right, and now we're starting to reverse. We broke structure, although minimally, we still broke this low here, and that that negates this being any sort of bullish structure right here, this last move. Now, I know, there's always speculation. You could say, well, we're just now getting into a higher degree wave 4. That's possible. That's always a possibility, right? And at this point, it looks like we have a 3-wave move. So if we're bearish, we need to see a continuation of this move lower. And what I see happening right now is that we possibly have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're getting wave 4 on this lower degree. We get a wave 5, and then we get another wave 4 for this structure here, and then 5 down into this zone. That would close the gap here, or at least get to the gap. We would retest the highs, and we'd have some moving averages here, the 20 simple moving average on the daily time frame, and then I think we get our bounce. So this is holding up well. Don't have to do much with this arrow, the projection of where we may be going. And then if we get down to this point, and then we can start putting on our retracements, because the big thing is, and we'll go through all the indicators, is we're at an oversold situation. And so what I think is we're going to get some positive divergence here on the 65. And then we'll look for a bounce, technical bounce. And then after that, you can have more of a crash-like action. And then we can start projecting where those price targets are at this point. The only reason why we have a target here is it's just from the visual of breaking the lows, you have no trade within here. And then you finally have your former highs, which is typically a place where you'd bounce, and you have moving averages. So we have the only thing we have in between here and here, if it doesn't hold, is just space. Okay, and so that's why I think we're going to get to this area. And if it snaps through the area a little bit lower to this peak as well, there's lots of trading around there. it's not really the point. This is just a zone that should hold, and then we should get a move higher from this point. Okay, and that should just be a 50-60% retracement. You'll pull out your tool. I'll put it at the bottom of the range here. And then if you see this zone that we traded around, that's going to be a bow and arrow resistance. And we already broke down from it. We back test. That brings us right into the golden pocket. Likely we'll close the gap later on and then start heading lower. Okay. And although I didn't draw this, I'll actually do it now. I'll clean this up because we don't need that resistance anymore. I'll actually do it right now. So if we start to go lower, what we'll do is we'll project where wave 3 should end. So if we get back up here to the golden pocket or even higher, I'll consider this conservative right now, that we'll get up to the 774. Not sure we'll get back that high. Then we'll look for the 162 lower. And so that will be the area where our wave 3 should end. And then we should get a bounce from that point somewhere in this area. A wave 4 bounce should be a little bit more shallow than the wave 2. And boom. And we'll be looking for a 5-wave move down. If it plays out this clear, then we'll be looking for a wave 2 bounce and then a wave 3 lower. If it looks, well, for sure, if it looks like a 3-wave move, then clearly we'll be looking for opening up a bullish move. There's a 3-wave move there, 3-wave move. But if it's a clear 5-wave, we'll just be looking for that bounce to sell into a little bit more clear. So we'll see when the time gets there. Okay. So here's your moving averages. Now we'll add on what's happening here. So we're already oversold. Okay, we could go a little bit further. We're only in that 32 area, barely out of the oversold spot. I think we can go a little bit deeper. We can even form some positive divergence eventually here too. Okay, so all the negative divergence that formed is playing out. It's playing out not as a catalyst where you get just a mean drop here. It's just kind of a rollover. All right, so that's why when you get these rollovers, you can see people will continue to buy because they think at that point we're going to get this shot higher, which is typically the case. We've been kind of doing this elevator up pattern and just chopping down for quite some time. Okay, so we'll look for positive divergence in the future. We'll look for the lower edge, lower boundary of the MACD. We're not there yet. This could be just a doji candle and we get another gap down tomorrow, because I don't think this played out yet. I think we have a 1, 2, 3. We're getting a little tiny 4, 5, and then we get some sort of, maybe we gap down. That would be our wave 5, and close the gap tomorrow before heading lower. Okay. Let's go to Bollinger Band. Clearly, you have a buy signal there. That's giving us a consolidation. I'm not so sure it's going to bounce at all. If it does bounce from this point, that opens up, really just from a visual, a 3-wave move, and it opens up that this is going to go higher. Again, structure broke down from this point, so I think probability is lower. We'll be watching this for more of a buy signal with positive divergence, and this is a much more sensitive RSI than the one that we just looked at. Money flow, already to the oversold. We want to see this kind of build up, just like this, build up some positive divergence. And so we'll put a placeholder here as well. We'll put a placeholder for positive divergence, and that'll be considered accumulation in the very short term. DMARC. And it makes sense that we'd come back up here and you'll have this volume node that price rejects off of. DMARC. We have a 9 count sell exhaust signal. Okay, that's given us our consolidation. We may have another 9 count or 913 that comes down here. But it's certainly given us a pause right now. Elliott oscillator getting to negative territory. We had wave 3 into wave 5, and now we're starting to turn negative. We may even end up getting a positive divergence as we get down to this price action, those price levels. All right, so what would that look like on the VIX? All right, here's our projection. We had that wedge, broke out from the wedge, continuation. This may possibly test the wedge top here. Doesn't really have to. Could go to 17. Could go just a little higher. Whatever the case is, maybe it spikes up a little bit. Whatever the case is, I think we're going to have to form some positive structure. All right, we don't have that yet. Right now, it's basically a straight line. I do think it continues. And then we'll get a pullback into the VIX cycle low. And that's when we'll see a move higher. So I'm not, trying to project exactly what level it's going to get to. VIX loves to spike into, and a lot of fear, and then all of a sudden you get a reversal. But it should look or rhyme something like this. That's what we're still looking for.